I'm going to try to get this done in a short, real quick. All right, so we have a system that is in place right now, right? A capitalist system that is making private equity profitable. Why are we allowing private equity to be profitable when it comes to where we live? Because they have told us this is the price that we must pay. And what we have done in the past is we have always paid this price. But what happens if we decided that half was what we were going to pay? There are consequences that come in with doing this, and I'm not saying you should, but ultimately, if everybody came together and said, hey, this is our one day, and we're going to start paying half, how long do you think the system can handle that? The system is built on fear. It's built on credit, and it's built on eviction, not having a place to live. But here's the thing. Credit scores, when they all drop, they drop for everybody. They do not have a customer base anymore to loan out predatory loan amounts to those people anymore if your credit score is too low. So what are they protecting? Oh, they want you to think that that credit score is the key to everything, the key to getting a house in the future, when ultimately we know that there will be no houses in the future for people to buy. You believing in that credit score ultimately allows them to, again, loan out money at an outrageous rate in the event that you need that money, because they know they do not pay you enough money to be able to save up in those events. So what do? Here's some money at 20%. But again, the biggest fear is eviction, right? You will get evicted. Well, here's the thing. You start paying half. Do you know how long it takes when you are paying half to get to that status? About 6 months. And how long do you think they can survive receiving half for 6 months from everybody? And then you know what they also have to do? They have to file that court paperwork. And do you know how much it costs per person? It costs a good amount of money per person to file that paperwork for eviction. They have to go through the process. Now that process is 30 days out, 60 days out. And what happens when a system that was designed to have 100, maybe 200, has 30,000 out of the population of 100,000? How fast do you think that court system is going to work? It's not going to work fast. So what do you think in this whole process? Well, people are paying half. At what point do you think they come to the people and say, you know what? This is what we will agree to. We will rip up that lease, and we will be charging you now 60% of what you have, because we want to make sure that we are still getting enough money to be able to survive. And if that doesn't work, what do you think they will start doing with those properties? They will start selling those fucking properties back to the people at losses, ultimately giving the power back to the people and opening up the housing market. So they use this. They are fearful that everybody would get together and do this, but ultimately we would have the power. We would not have to rely on lawmakers. We wouldn't have to rely on elections. We could change the entire system and turn it upside down so that private equity is no longer equitable when it comes to forcing people to pay ridiculous rates to live.